Nelson J. Arvey was born on Sunday, January 23, 1983, in Blackfoot, Idaho, at Bingham Memorial Hospital. On Saturday, I was working at the Blackfoot Clinic and had my blood pressure taken. It was surprisingly high, so I called Dr. Peterson and he told me to go right home and go right to bed. The next day, Sunday, Tom, being in the bishopric, had meetings all day, but when he came home that night, my blood pressure was still very high. Dr. Peterson said to go right to the hospital. It was determined I had preeclampsia and an emergency C-section was scheduled. When they gave me the anesthetic, they did not give me enough, and I could feel and hear everything. It hurt so bad I thought I was going to lose my mind. I heard them say that it was a little boy. When Nelson was born, he was 3 weeks early. He was so tiny and skinny. He had no fingernails or no toenails. He was named after Tom and I's great-grandfather, Nelson Arvey, with Tom's middle name, Jay, being his middle name. He grew into the cutest little sweetest boy. He didn't talk much, and one time Nelson and Tara were with somebody and they asked Nelson, "Nelson, do you ever talk?" And Tara said, "Nelson can talk. Nelson, say huh." Nelson was a typical little boy. He loved all kinds of sports. He played t-ball, he wrestled, he played football and basketball. Nelson is a great example about caring for other people and doing service in their behalf. When he was in high school, he was asked to play on the Special Olympics basketball team. He did it willingly and was kind to all those who played with him. He has always done his church callings to the best of his ability. He has been a wonderful son, and we are proud to call him ours. We love you, Nelson. Happy 40th.
Okay, the areas I'm going to cover when Nelson became an Eagle Scout. One of the stories that we had there is when he came in for the last part of his board of review. We talked about the things that he wanted to do in his life. So he would have been around 15 or 16 at the time. And he said that he had filled it out that he wanted to be an architect. So he had set his goal at a very young age and has done that. It only took him about 25 years to finish it, but he got it done. Then he served a mission in San Antonio, did really well there, enjoyed it. We had a good time when we went down to visit him, went to one of the wards that he served in, and they were very complimentary of his work there. Went out to some of the outlying cities, and that was fun. But he said that he loved serving his mission in Texas, but he wanted to live in Idaho. So he was kind of a homebody, and glad to have him finally come back. And his testimony grew a lot during that time, and he's been a very faithful member of the church, and we appreciate that very much, and appreciate the great example that he is, and raising his children, and how steady he is.
Hey Nelson, what's up, man? Happy birthday. 40 years old. Can you believe it? You're getting old, man. I'll be there in a month. I was just trying to think of some memories with you, and there's a couple things that that song Free Fallin' always comes on in my mind. Always makes me think of you in old basketball class when you anyway, you used to sing that song. You changed the words a little bit. I love the times we went to George Strait together. Those were good times. The little late night runs to get whatever food. I don't know if it was like Mexican food or whatever. And just enjoyed being your roommate and being my wingman for a long time. So trying to think of a lot of other memories with you, but most of them was just chill. And I like the spiritual example that you are and that you were to me. And I like how we were able to strengthen each other. I felt like there was a lot of times that in college that it's real easy to get lost, but you were just solid, man. And I think that's great. Anyway, happy birthday, bro. We need to hang out sometime and go to Denny's at like 3 a.m. and see interesting people. And hopefully see George Strait again sometime. Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday, Nelson, 40 years old. You're an old man. I wrote down some attributes and some characteristics that I appreciate about you and that make you the man that you are. Number one, you care about people. Number two, you're a good dad. Number three, you're a good friend. Number four, you're committed just to the things that you want to do, school, life, Jesus, all that. I also wrote down number five, that you love Jesus. Number six, you're thoughtful. Number seven, you're a jazz fan. Number eight, you always made things fun for us. Kind of the life of the party, I guess you could say. Anyway, happy 40th. I'm glad you're my friend. I love you, man. And hope all your dreams come true.
I have more memories of Nelson that I can think of, but of course the ones that come to mind really quick are saying Nelson was Kermit the Frog when we were little. Nelson say huh, because he didn't talk very much when we were little. Dad throwing him down the stairs when he was swearing and saying inappropriate language to me and me ratting him out. Him picking on his brothers, and him being a wonderful father. Nelson is a great dad, and I'm sure it's a lot of work raising 5 boys, but he's done a wonderful job. And I love you, Nelson, and I hope you have a wonderful 40th birthday. You're amazing. Happy birthday, Nelson. We love you. Welcome to your 40s. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nelson. Happy birthday to you. We love you.
I love you.
Love you, Uncle Nelson. Love you, Brother Nelson.
You're the most happy person in the whole wide world.
I love you.
I love you.
Nelson, happy 40th. When I think of Nelson, I just think an awesome dad and an awesome husband. And really, that's the biggest compliment I can give a man in this life. So, congrats for joining the Old Man 40 Club, buddy. You have a good day. Bye.
Happy birthday! You're getting old, you old fart.
We want to wish Nelson a happy birthday. There's so many great qualities and things that we love about Nelson, but our favorite is that he's a great uncle. As everyone knows, our kids won't go to anybody, but we can always find them happy and content with Uncle Nelson. We love you!
Happy 40th, Nelson. You don't look a day over 50. So Katie asked us to send our favorite memory of Nelson, and I was thinking about childhood, and all of my childhood memories of Nelson involve violence. So I was trying to think of probably my favorite of those, and I can remember one. Rhett and I were probably like freshmen and sophomores or something like that, and Nelson had been home from his mission for a little bit, and he started picking on Rhett, and he stole the TV remote from Rhett, and Rhett got mad, attacked Nelson, and Nelson was kind of picking on him, And in Rhett's defense, I came and I remember vividly, it was in Tara's bedroom. I don't think she was occupying it at the time, but I remember running after Nelson and Rhett and wrapping up around Nelson, tackling him to the ground, and being strong enough at this point in my life to be able to hold him down like he used to hold me down and try to hawk loogies in my face. And I don't think I've ever felt as high and mighty in my life as to my capability. And I remember looking over in this big mirror that Tara had, and I was like, this is it. I've reached the peak, guys. Since then, it's been downhill. But no, really, my best memories of Nelson have mostly been, honestly, it's weird, but just doing stuff like work stuff. Going to North Dakota and helping him do a couple of things there when you guys moved from North Carolina back to Idaho. I remember flying out there, and that experience, just being with him and his family and the boys, has always been fun for me, and watching him raise his boys to be good young men, and their examples and his example to them. And so I'm grateful for Nelson, his priesthood example, and friendship that we have now, and getting to raise our families together. Happy birthday.
Hi Nelson, happy birthday to my favorite son-in-law. Ever since you've been married to Katie, you've proven time and again to be an outstanding husband and father. Your dedication to your family shines through in all that you do. I'm so proud of all your hard work in establishing yourself successfully in your profession. Not only are you a jack of all trades, you have the rare quality of being master of many. Your boys definitely have a wonderful role model with you as their dad. So have the happiest of birthdays.
Hey Nelson, happy 40th birthday. Hopefully you have a great day today, surrounded by loved ones, friends, family, and that you get spoiled. You deserve it. Wanted to share one thing that I've always been impressed with about you. I think you're a great father. Whenever I go and visit, I'm always impressed with how you instruct and teach and are a good example to the 5 boys. And I've always appreciated that about you, and you've been a great example there. Anyway, hope you have a great 40th birthday, and have a great day.
Happy 40th birthday, Uncle Nelson. Happy 40th birthday, Uncle Nelson. We wish you happy birthday. Happy birthday, Uncle Nelson. Have a great day.
I love you, Dad, and I just want to wish you a happy birthday, and thank you for all the things you've done for me. And if the Cowboys didn't win the Super Bowl already, tell them I'm very sad.
Do you think Dad was popular in high school?
Yes.
Do you think that Dad had his chores as a kid?
Probably.
What's the best piece of advice Dad has ever given you?
Probably my basketball shooting technique that he taught me when I was younger.
If Dad had a superpower, what do you think it would be?
To read minds.
How did we end up living in this house?
Because it's close to the temple and Dad wanted to buy it.
What was Mom and Dad's wedding like?
A lot of people, very crowded, wanting to see them.
What do you think Dad is most afraid of?
Donald Trump.
What was Dad's first car?
It was a red Ford truck. It was awesome. And his dad then sold it when he went on his mission. And he was mad.
What do you think is Dad's most embarrassing moment?
When he clogged the toilet and it overflowed and he had to go tell somebody.
Did Dad have any pets growing up?
I don't think so. I think he just had a dog who ran away.
Okay, what do you think is Dad's favorite song?
Probably One of George Strait's songs because Dad loves George Strait.
Okay, what does Dad do all day?
Works.
What do you think makes Dad most happy?
When we do our chores in a timely fashion.
How do you think Dad is like Grandpa Tom?
They sneeze the same.
How did your mom and Dad meet?
Because of the ugly cat picture. Made them kiss. And kiss the cat.
Okay, what did Dad want to do when he was a kid growing up? Like, what did he want to be when he was grown up?
He wanted to be a professional NFL wide receiver or safety. Boo. Happy birthday, Dad. Now you're 40. Good for you. I love you.
What is something Dad always says to you?
Go to sleep and not talk to Ashton.
What makes Dad happy?
When he beats Sterling in Scrabble.
What makes Dad sad?
When Sterling beats him in Scrabble.
What's Dad's favorite thing to do?
Do stuff with us.
What does Dad do when you're not around?
Play video games.
If your dad becomes famous, what will it be for?
And being an architect.
What is your dad really good at?
Fighting bad guys in Zelda.
What is Dad's favorite food?
Breakfast burritos.
What makes you proud of your dad?
Because he's a good architect. He makes big houses. I love you. Have a happy 40th birthday.
How do you know your dad loves you?
Because he plays Scrabble with me.
What does your dad like most about your mom?
That she cooks dinner for him.
What is your dad's favorite place to go?
Stay home.
If your dad were a cartoon character, who would he be?
Mario.
What do you and your dad do together?
Play basketball at the church.
How are you and your dad the same?
Because we both like to play video games.
How are you and your dad different?
He's 40 and I'm 9.
Happy birthday. I love you. 40, Dad.
What is your dad's name?
Nelson.
How old is Daddy?
40.
How tall is he?
Probably 40 feet.
How much does Daddy weigh?
Probably 100.
What does Daddy look like?
A very, very young man.
What color is his hair?
Black.
What color are his eyes?
Green.
What does Daddy do for work?
Build stuff.
What does Daddy like to do for fun?
Play video games with us.
What is Daddy's favorite food?
Bird pudding.
What is Dad's favorite show?
Probably Tron.
What is something your dad always says?
Love you, Archer.
What is Dad the best at?
Probably work.
What does Daddy always forget?
I don't know.
What nickname does Daddy call you?
Archie.
What do you and Daddy like to do together?
Hug each other.
How does Daddy make you laugh?
Probably go poop. Or tickly.
What is your favorite thing to do with Daddy?
Play video games.
What do you think Daddy was like as a kid?
Probably very nice and very small.
How are you and Daddy the same?
Because we both love video games.
And how are you and Daddy different?
Because I don't like Scrabble, and he does like Scrabble.
How do you know Daddy loves you?
Because I do nice things for him.
And why do you love Daddy?
Because he's the best. Happy birthday, Daddy. I love you, Dad.
What else do you want to say to Daddy?
I'll say happy birthday.
That's so nice, Mercer. Do you love your Daddy?
Yeah.
What's Daddy's favorite color?
Lilo.
Lalo. Oh. Daddy's favorite animal?
Car.
Car?
Car.
A car's not an animal.
Do you think it's a horse or a cow or a pig?
Or a monkey.
Lion.
Favorite animal.
Monkey.
Oh.
What does a monkey say?
Say, ooh, ah.
That's right.
I like it. Shoot that.
Happy 40th birthday, Nelson. I love you so much. It's been really rewarding for me to watch all these videos from your family and friends expressing their love for you and their admiration for you. When I was thinking about what I could say, I remembered when I was a Laurel and we had a church lesson and we had to write down characteristics of our future marriage partner that we wanted. And I remember I took it really seriously. I really thought long and hard about it and I filled it out and I still carried it around with me in my scriptures. And so I just wanted to read what I wrote when I was probably about 17 years old and what I wanted in a marriage partner. The first one was wants to take me to the temple, a worthy priesthood holder, served a mission, has same desires and goals as me, loves and wants an eternal family, makes and keeps covenants, puts Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ, and gospel first, willing to sacrifice, wants to improve in all aspects, makes me want to be a better person, good looking, caring, tender, but fun personality, has an education, wants to get a job, happy, makes me happy too, able to communicate, and has that special connection with me. And I remember when we were dating, I got my list out and I realized that you fulfilled every check mark on my list. And I feel so honored and so blessed to be your wife. I think that you are such a wonderful person. I think that you are a wonderful priesthood holder, an exceptional father to our boys. There's no one else I'd rather be the father to our 6 sons. And I'm so grateful that we get to do this life together. You make me so happy. You make me feel like the lead in a really beautiful love story. And I'm so, so grateful for you and hope you have the happiest birthday. Love you.